Hello, Brother Monroe here. Welcome to Sprocket. My third attempt at making a video introducing it to all of you wonderful people on YouTube. I have actually played this on Twitch already. I played it a few days ago when it first released, but it was a little buggy, and then my computer decided to die when I was showing off this new improved version 106 version. And you're thinking, well, why are you showing me this? Well, because what this game is it's a little bit like Ultimate Admiral, Dreadnoughts that is, but for tanks. And you can design your own tank, and you can change a lot of things about it. A lot of things. From the size to the shape. So you can adjust, the slopes and everything. To the guns, you can adjust the size of the cannons and things. You can make them huge. You can make them enormously long. You can do whatever you want, and you can try out your designs. Now, at the moment, trying out your designs is pretty simple, but since the game released, it has added quite a lot of really handy features, such as loading up existing tank types. So I can load up a Centurion if I want, and it will give me a Centurion. And you can build a tank exactly like this in-game using all the in-game tools, although I haven't quite worked out how to add these nice side panels yet. So here is a Centurion, very nice, and you can take it out for a spin. And that's a pretty nice tank. Seems to work pretty well. Pretty stable. Let's see if we can actually go up these one of these concrete ramps. Oh, let's see, that's a bit tough for it. And the guns are all functional, and they have pretty realistic slewing speeds as well. And the performance of the guns is based on their real-world physics, as far as I can tell. And so I've got a Centurion here, and I might be thinking, well, it's nice, but let's go back to the designer. That gun, how about we change it out from the 105mm gun that it has to something a bit beefier. Let's go for a 250mm cannon. Now, that has caused problems, so that's taken up far too much space inside. But let's make it a short one. So it's effectively an AVRE, although the barrel is pretty thin looking. It'd be nicer if it was a bit thicker than that. Can I actually make it thicker than that? Yeah, there we go. A bit thicker, that looks a bit better. And maybe the base a bit thicker as well. Lovely. Like a reinforced siege cannon type thing. Now then, I don't think I can actually make it that enormous because of the space restrictions, but I can go up to just under. I can go to like 113mm cannon, which doesn't look quite as impressive. But the other thing I could do is I could reduce the amount of ammunition that we carry. So I could take out all the AP shells. That doesn't save that much weight. Okay. But what I can do is just be like, well, let's make the tank a little bit wider, shall we? Okay, there we go. It works fine. And then the turret just needs to be a little bit chunkier. Let's turn up the motors as well, as much as we can. Increase my traverse rate. And can make the turret a bit bigger. A bit bigger, he says. Okay, and a bit wider. Until we get that to go green, although it's not looking great, I'll be honest. Oh, there we go. Fits now. And yes, you can drive around with completely cursed designs like this. But oh, did it not? How do I change ammunition types? Hold on. Return to designer. Firepower, ammunition. Carry some in the turret for me. That's in the hull. Carry. I don't know how you swap over to APHE. I haven't actually tried doing that. So it's giving me a warning up here about the cannon being pretty heavy. What is the control to key mapping? Vehicle. Just 2. Okay, so I'll load an HE shell, which will take 1,000,000 years. Well, 50 seconds. But you can drive around with nonsense like this. Why not? And you can go completely from scratch. There's absolutely tons of things you can fiddle around with in the designer. Most of which is pretty hard to understand, to be honest. Wow, you would not want to be in there right now. I've completely ruined the handling with my changes. Because of course I have. And let's drive it into a ditch. Yeah, kind of getting a bit stuck in the ditch. But that is a satisfying shell. Oh my, yes. Right. Anyway, you also have some more. Let's go back to the original version. There we go. But I could do a more sensible change, like I could go into the engine. So this has currently got a 33-litre V12. Say, you know, actually, let's push the engine to its limits. And then for the firepower and the cannon, let's just increase the caliber just a little bit. See, I can't do both. Let's go back to the engine. Come on. Oh, there we go. There we go. Back to the original is probably easier. Right, firepower. What can we fit to this? So we could get up to 114 millimeters, which is a little bit more shooty. There's a much better rate to fire. Oh yes, but it is nice that they added these reference designs, and just shows you what you can do. I can totally see how you would go about building this in the editor from scratch, but it's nice that it has designs for you to work off, and that just does look nice. It just looks really nice. Is there a hide HUD option? Yeah, probably is, but I don't know what key press it is. Maybe it'll tell me actually, because that's always a good one to know. U. That's a nice simple command. And yeah, it just looks like it might turn out to be a really interesting game in the future, with different scenarios and things, and kind of building your own tanks and trying them out. Like, there's still a little bit of work to be done on my driving, clearly, but it is definitely looking like it's an interesting one, and it's a single-person dev team. Really, really impressive. What one person's been able to do in terms of build. Like, this is fun. This is fun to play around with, just to build your own designs and drive them around and see if they work. There are, however, if I go back to the main menu, there we go. There are, however, scenarios you can try. I haven't tried these out yet, but there are various ones where you kind of have to build your own tank to certain requirements. For instance, No Tanks Land is World War One, and you need to drive over there and you need to blow up the enemy artillery. And obviously, World War One tank, it's not going to end up looking like that, but you can load up the Mark One, which is a historical tank, I guess. Oh no, that's one of mine. This is one of mine from when I was mucking about with the game before. The old that was me testing the save feature. But we could go for the B4 Bratton. So you can build weird looking things like this. Well, weird to modernise. And take it out for a spin. And yeah, this has all been massively fixed. Before, you basically ended up driving straight into the mud and you got stuck immediately. But it's pretty cool to actually be able to play this like properly now. And the AI uses your design, if you're wondering. So it's an friendly AI tank in front of me there. We will start taking fire in a minute. But I'm really interested to see if this game gets something like, say, workshop support, so that you can share your designs. That would be really cool. Alright, let's try and cross the trench, which doesn't go well for me historically. There we go, lovely stuff. Okay, I'm getting shot at, but I can't see anything. So we'll fire for effect. Now there's a bridge there, but let's see if this thing can manage a trench by itself. Just about. Not bad. Oh, we got taken out by an AT gun. Rude. Would help if I could, see the damn things. But that is a real problem that these kind of tanks faced. It's bloody hard to see where your enemy is. Oh yeah, there we go. So you can see you get muzzle drop. There's an enemy tank that I'm having to try and deal with, although I don't have a very good read on it. I think I'm hitting it. exposed on that hill. There we go. Gun port on this thing is shite. Yeah, the gun on this not really doing very much. It's World War I for you. It'd be nice if we could see these enemy tanks a little bit better. Oh, there we go. And then I think I got taken out there. Then of course you have to try and work out whether it's a friendly or an enemy. I think that's a friendly tank. That wasn't. Yeah, you're not. So obviously this particular tank not really doing splendidly. Oh, there we go. Defeated. Well, let me actually have a look at that enemy tank. So, yeah, well, okay, bit nicer design, much punchier gun, and actually able to, you know, do something. But yeah, I think it looks like a really interesting. I think it looks like a really interesting game, and go and check it out. It's on Steam. It's not that expensive, and support an indie dev, and hopefully have some fun. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that, and I hope to see you again soon for some more games. Anyway, see you soon. Bye bye.